So my understanding of our surplus 2.2 million, which of course means that we have been doing really well, but we want to make sure that if there are surpluses, we're committing that money into the village and making sure that we're improving the roads and making sure we have all the hires we need. Some of the surplus we got was $750,000 as a result of COVID relief grant funds that our administration had applied for and received, as well as $1.3 million worth of savings because we did not fill all positions within our budget. So it's a good thing that we managed efficiently when we look at our service levels in terms of ways that we can improve public works, our fire department, police department. It is very important that we have that staffed. So as a board, I think we want to take a look at these are the things we have to do, or this will be the staffing levels if we wanted to continue to operate in a surplus mode or to use funds for different things, or is our money best spent by hiring more people? So I kind of want to throw that out there for consideration. Chris, if you have thoughts that you can elaborate on in terms of the surplus and how you see it, or things that we've done well and things and areas that you would think are concerns, please do so at this time.
Okay, from your last meeting, talked about getting roof fixed, vehicles for fire, police, and public works. Will budget cover this?
Yes, it's all in the budget. We have a balanced budget, and we also have a surplus on the budget. So we won't be able to go into details tonight because I'm pulling it from the agenda. So I guess when you get a copy and you review it, you'll see kind of what we see. I was like, what other questions would there be besides from the residents? You saying put it through a committee, and yet we are the committee. We just had a public hearing. We giving it 5 more days to talk about, and here we are.
Okay, so we will not hear from the residents, is what you're saying?
No, I did not say that. I said I gave the residents 5 more days to basically voice their opinion as it relates to the budget. Today was a public hearing to hear from the residents as related to the budget. We did that. So now I'm giving them 5 more days, so that's 15 days to talk about the budget. So now we can pass a budget, because that's what the board wanted, to pass a budget for all the things that every department needed is in the budget. We have a balanced budget and we have a surplus. So now I don't understand what else will hold up besides giving another week to go over the budget. Because now—
But this is what I'm saying. We normally have a finance committee meeting to review that budget. So are we not having it? That's what I'm saying. Are we not having that before the approval of the budget?
But we're not having a finance meeting because we need to pass the budget. So his finance meeting is after what you're stating. Because today, say everything went as planned. Today we would have passed the budget. We would not have had a finance meeting. Do you see what I'm saying? So today we would just pass the budget if that's what we was going to do. So now the residents is asking for 5 more days. I gave them 5 more days, which is Monday, to pass the budget. So now everybody's questions has been answered. Everything that you guys wanted to change or amend has been implemented. So now I'm stating to you, what will be the holdup on not passing the budget on Monday?
Again, Mayor, that's what I'm saying. We normally, the finance committee has a meeting to review it.
Have a finance meeting where we have the residents chime in so that we can get the residents' input prior to us making a decision to approve the budget. Is that possible?
Okay, but that's what I'm stating now to everyone. We're doing that now. We gave them 10 days, right? That's number 1. Number 2, we did a public hearing, which we did today. Number 3, we're giving them 5 more days. So we're being very courteous as it relates to public opinion and what everybody wants to add or adjust or amend in the budget. So there's no reason for anyone to keep saying, push it off, push it off, push it off. Because you guys told me that you didn't want to spend any money for all the things we need right now. That's public safety and public works. Then the main 2 departments that need the most supplies and services, but yet the board now telling me to wait. When you guys said make the budget, we did that. You guys went over it. We made your changes. We talked to the residents. Now some that saying they didn't get something, they just got 5 more days to go over it, review it, get back to us. And now Monday we move forward with passing the budget.
Okay, so the question is, Mayor, I guess what I was asking you is, can we decide to, since some residents made it clear today that for whatever reason they weren't unable to take a look at the budget, and they were unable to have physical copies. So some of them made it clear that they were unable to review the budget. So what I'm asking is it possible, since you're giving them 5 more days, can we use that time that you're giving them for us to have a finance meeting with the residents so that we can all hear what the residents have to say about it before making a decision to approve the budget? Is that possible or no? You don't want to?
Okay, so that's what I just stated. We're giving them 5 more days. So that's 5 days of them can call you, ask you questions, change whatever you want, so we can have our meeting on Monday to pass the budget so we can move forward with whatever we need to do here in the village. So that's what we're doing. Now, if you guys feel that you need to vet it through a finance meeting, they have it on Friday. You don't have to wait. You don't have to wait.
So that was the question.
Everybody keep pushing it off weeks and weeks and weeks, and we're not getting anywhere. So if you guys feel you need a finance meeting before passing the budget, have your finance meeting Friday.
Okay, well,
That's
man,
what
I
I
don't
was
care when
trying
we
to
have
ask.
it. I don't care when we
Trustee
have it.
House.
I guess I was just stating, I don't care when we have it. I was just wondering, is it possible? Because I'm getting a lot of calls from residents stating that they'd like to chime in and they want their opinions to be heard prior to us approving it. So I was just wondering, like you said, okay, I can talk to Trustee House and see if we can do it Friday. But I was just wondering if it'll be possible for us to give the residents time to chime in. So I'll contact Trustee House to see if we can have it Friday prior to us approving it, because that's important to me.
Crystal clear with everyone. My main concern is the people, the voice of the people. I've ran on transparency, accountability. I don't know how many times I can keep saying it. I am extending the olive branch by saying 5 more days. So that's 15 days to go over a budget. So if you got 15 days to go over a budget, I feel like we need to just move forward. We don't have to keep pausing and you keep saying, give another resident this, give another resident that. Like right now, looking at this, you have only 12 people that's watching this meeting. So when you keep saying the residents this, the resident that, yeah, okay, it's probably not. It's probably outside interference that want to dictate or tell us what to do with our board. We control the narrative of this story. So I'm asking my board members to stand with me and make sure we move forward and pass a balanced budget with a surplus, may I add, vote for a budget on Monday. So Trustee House, I am asking you, since everyone wants a finance meeting, to have your finance meeting sooner. You can even have it on Saturday. Wait, nope, not Saturday. That's to stop the violence march. But if you can have it sooner, that would be great.
Mayor, can I be recognized for 2 things for clarity? I guess 12 members is what's on the Zoom, but I'm looking at this. It's actually about 60 members, and people have been calling about this budget. My only one concern, a concern that I have that you just made was that we gave our input, and some of it was changed and some of it was not changed. And I know that me and you had a conversation this morning about, everybody don't get what they want, but there has been some compromises. You're saying to pass it on Monday, but if we still don't feel comfortable with it, when do we get, because the compromises have been made on some of our parts, but not all of our parts for different things that we're asking or want to see change. So for you to say we're going to pass it on Monday and everything, I don't know what other trustees requested or asked, but some of the things that was taken into consideration or jotted down was not part of the amended budget on the 18th. So how do we get to we're passing it on Monday if we didn't really compromise on both ends? Okay,
so to add to that, we did compromise on both ends. Every trustee got what they wanted in a sense. Some certain department heads did not get what they need, not wanted, what they need. Police department need 12 officers. We did not do that. Public safety is our number 1 concern, right? So we dropped it down to 8 officers. So then you go to fire department. Fire department asked for 3 firefighters. They got 2 firefighters. So this is the compromising that we're talking about. Everybody got something. When anybody that really runs the town or run anybody's business, budget is about give and take. Some things get cut, some things you have to delegate, but sometimes people got to take on more responsibility for their department until they get the tools they need to succeed. So what I'm asking again, because everyone spoke about this, everyone went over it, every trustee, every board member, there was nothing else that you guys wanted or suggested. So now we get to the meeting as always, and then it goes like this as it relates to well, you know, I changed my mind. You know, let's do this, let's do that. When we all talked about it. So I don't understand how we can't move forward of people. You're gonna have people that mean you harm, and you all know we all been attacked at Village Hall. Y'all know how this went. You're gonna have people that want to dictate and take over our town and control you, like y'all always say, puppets, right? Like people call Trustee Steve's a puppet. So with that being said, if everybody getting called names, everybody is getting the wrong people in their ear, because I'm trying to say it the right way so nobody get offended. You have to take a stand as a man or a woman and be your own voice, your own movement, and make your own opinion of what this village needs. It can't be every time something come up, we're gonna wait another 30 days. We're gonna wait another 2 hours. It can't. You have to make a decision right then and there and stand by the decision. So I'm asking you again, when you guys tell me that we good, I'm taking it to that. We're good, and I come to this board meeting ready to handle business. This is a business. This is not politics like everybody keep calling it, and we have to run it as such. If anybody do run a actual business, you know that some things you have to make a decision on right away, and some things you have to figure out how we're going to make it through it. So I'm asking you guys the same courtessy right here,
Mayor,
right now.
it's not to go combative and back and forth with you, but I'm just going over the last budget that was sent to us on the 18th, and you saying that some of our requests were made, and I'm looking at it still says 10 police officers. Yeah, we got an additional firefighter, but then it was extra people added in public works. So things that we did ask, like we ran on having the codification for the clerk office too, and it's only $10,000 in there when you know you can't even start the codification. It's not to go back and forth. I'm just expressing my concern right now, because although it's supposed to be compromises on all ends, it's not really being compromised, because there's a lot of positions that are now being readily available, but other things are being taken away. Just like there's not even a open police list right now to hire 10 people, which you just stated 8, which is not changed, but I don't even see where it says that, you know, we're putting away the money to have it. I'm just asking, because for you to say we're going to pass it on Monday, I don't want you to get Monday and we're in the same situation and you say we didn't talk to you about it, because our concerns have still not been addressed by you. Okay. That's Kiana Belcher, Trustee Belcher. And nobody's in my ear. We do take consideration for the public because they are listening and we listen. But at the same time, at the end of the day, Kiana Belcher makes the decision for Kiana Belcher, nobody else. Okay. So I'm going to say this because I don't want to go back and forth with anybody on here. Whatever the board decides to do, that's what we will do. As it relates to the budget, if y'all feel y'all want to pass it, don't pass it. At the end of the day, I'm going to do my job as mayor, and I'm letting y'all know that now. As mayor, I will run this town. I will make decisions that you guys may not see fit for the people, but we have to make sure we give the services to the village. You guys had time, and I keep repeating that. We spoke several times, and people changed their mind up here, left to right. All I'm asking you guys to do is stay firm with moving forward and voting how you tell me you're going to vote when we get here, and not changing it. People do get in people's ear, whether that's you, Trustee Belcher, or whoever ear they're in. And everybody get up here and they change. They like a seesaw. 1 minute they this way, 1 minute they that way. I just need you guys to just stay focused and think about the people. Because that's what I think about when I'm saying. And ain't nobody saying that come Monday, I'm going to be like, oh, well, y'all didn't talk to me. Y'all got 5 days to talk to me. Just like I got 5 days to talk to you, right? So 5 days, we got to talk to each other and come up with the best plan for the people of the village. And as it relates to people on the chat, you know it and I know it. People make dummy accounts. People write dummy stuff on the chats. That don't mean it's true. That don't mean they live in town. Half of them don't live in town, but it's just a dummy page because they want to say this and say that, and they don't even live here. So I'm telling you again, and I'm asking you to look at the budget. If it's something that you feel that you need to change or fix or amend, please do so. People did get what they asked for, and I'm repeating it again and again and again. We went over the budget, things got compromised. As it relates to the codification for the clerk office, yes, she can start it at $10,000. So stop saying statements that's untrue. She has money in her budget, and so do other people. But it's certain things that take precedence over others. And you know that if you run an actual budget.
I want to say this, and I want to be respectful. But the whole board is not okay with this budget right now. They're still talking about a property tax increase. They're still talking about not reducing the bond. So you got to be mindful. All of us are adults, Mayor. You got to be mindful how you speak to us. You know, we're not little children. And that's how I feel like you're coming at us. The reality is all of us talk and all of us are not okay with the budget right now. We're not trying to hold it off. But when we talk to Chris, he's still talking about a property tax increase. He's still talking about not reducing his bond. Then we're not okay with that right now. So we want to get that straight. So just to say, let's do it Monday, we're not okay with it. I will hope that other board members will give me feedback because we all talked about this. We all talked about this individually. So if we want to do it Friday, I'm okay with that. But we talked about it next week. So when you said Thursday, Monday, me and Jason talked about doing it Thursday next week. So I understand people change, but let's be honest, trustees, we were not okay with this budget. And let's say how we feel instead of not saying it now in the public. And be mindful, Mayor, how you speak to us. We're not little children, and that's how you coming at us. Well, y'all should know, y'all flip flop, we seesaw. Don't come at us like that. That's disrespectful. Please don't do it. So I'm saying is that when you speak to us in a respectful way. At the end of the day, you need us to pass this budget. We want to pass this budget. We care about the people. We don't say that. Don't act like we don't care about the people. We want to get this thing right, but we're responsible for the money. If we're responsible for the money, we're going to make sure this thing is right. We're going to make sure it's transparent as possible before we vote on it. And we can get everything that you want. Everything that's in there is needed. I was at Public Works today. It's needed. But I do want to make sure it's right before it's passed.
I don't talk to anyone like they're a kid. I'm stating facts up here as it relates to, you just ask them yourself. You guys, we all spoke. Tell her how you really feel. Okay? So that means that someone's not being honest about whatever it needs to be. When we get to the board meeting, it's a whole different ball game. After we all spoke, everybody tell me, yeah, we good. And then when we come here, it's, nah, well, let me think. Well, let me change my mind. All I'm saying to everyone here is be a woman, be a man about it, and stand on whatever your decision is. Stop letting outside interfere, because I keep calling it outside, that's what it is. Get in people's heads and decide which way you go. You live here. They don't live here. So they shouldn't have to be able to control or tell you what it is that they want you to do with your town, is what I'm stating for you. Now, as it relates to anything else in the budget, you came, you saw it. You didn't have 2 words to say when it was the other mayor up here, but now you're very boisterous when it comes to don't do this, don't do that, change that. So all I'm saying to you, trustee, is that make sure that you live up to what you say you're going to do as well. You and I did speak, and I told you, just like I tell you here in front of everybody, when it's a problem or issue, you call me, you let me know it, but you'll call me the day of the meeting and say, well, I got a problem with this, or I got a problem with that. And communication go both ways. It's not one-sided. It shouldn't be just Henyard call everyone. Everyone can reach out to me as well. So I'm going to wrap this up because we need to move forward. Any other trustee want to say anything besides what we just went over that did not speak?